matter what you may think of Dune Part 2, everyone can agree on this.
It's breathtaking.
The film takes us to the future and distant planets through the magic of cinema. But cinematographer Greig Fraser doesn't see Dune Part 2 as a visual effects movie.
Yeah, I guess there's some sandworms in this film, but the funny thing is I don't see it like that. There are massive effects, and there's some incredible effects in this movie, but I see this as actually not effects. I'm concentrating on the minutiae of the human experience with these actors and with these characters. And what happens from a visual effects standpoint happens beyond those experiences. Even Paul's sandworm writing, there is definitely some effects in that sequence, but I feel that's such a really important thing that we're close with him, we're close with his face, we're close with those characters watching him. So for me, that whole sequence is actually just them and him. Not to downplay the effects, but to me it's more about those characters.
In the past, a cinematographer's job was done when the shooting wrapped. But today, visual effects can extend Fraser's work into post-production.
The mistake that a lot of films make is that they don't necessarily include the cinematographer or the production designer once wrap finishes. But your vision is still being affected by a team of VFX artists. So the more that we can be involved, the better off the end product is.
Dune Part 2 also contains a lot of action, both on an epic scale and on a more intimate level between individual characters.
Those fights, we made sure that we didn't want it to be a cut fest. And so it was important to us to give the editor big chunks of a fight scene that he did not have to edit. Often edits are made in action sequences because it doesn't look like he landed the punch, or it doesn't look like they've performed that stunt properly, so they have to cut to another angle. We made sure, and we were quite diligent about making sure, that we chose angles that properly best represented the action that was happening.
Filmmaking is always a collaborative process, and for Fraser, that began on the set with decisions about the visual look of the film. Take the planet of Giedi Prime. Fraser was asked to make it look black and white, but he added a twist.
Effectively, what we did is we shot in infrared. It just has such a weird look to it that's unusual, that doesn't look like the true black and white. It's like an anti-sun. But the idea was that maybe what the sun does, it sucks out color. So yeah, it was fun. It was a cool process to do that.
So when you watch Dune Part 2, appreciate the work of Greig Fraser and how he brings different worlds to life. Beth, Accomando, KPBS News.